Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
It's a time to be very cheerful, a time to be excited about what are all the wonderful things you can do. Each age of your body and mind opens up something new and closes something old. So you're in this wonderful adventure period of your life. On one level, what could be better?
1 week before her 92nd birthday, the mother of the ashram, Swami Gurucharanananda Saraswati, Mataji, sat in front of a high-definition camera in a TV studio that had been a Yogaville meeting room. I've known our Mataji for more than 7 years, and I've interviewed her many times. This time, she was as sharp as ever and enthusiastic about everything. While mourning the millions whose lives were taken by COVID-19 around the world, Mataji finds opportunity for yogis who follow WHO guidelines and stay healthy.
I see a lot of opportunity again to get used to living in the present moment. It's a golden present, and a present is a gift. And if it's golden, it means it's just shining. It is full of good energy. So we have to grasp that and work with it. Look at every moment of your life as something is opening up. The past is closing up and the future is opening up. Go with it. And I feel that this new year has so many gifts and graces with it that we have to go with it. It's not going to be like it was before. And that is what I think is holding some people back. Their first question is, when is life going to be normal again? Well, what is normal? It has to be something you've experienced already, which means how is it going to go backwards? And it's not going to go backwards. So we have to think, how am I going to get used to doing things in another way and having fun? Because it is new. And we all have to maybe realize life is going to be simpler on many ways, many levels than it was before. We're going to realize I don't have to get on a plane and fly to London to have a meeting and a lunch and fly back to my home city. No, I can use Skype. I can use Zoom. And I can meet with the whole staff. So life is going to be a little simpler, a little less strenuous if I open up. And the future is very enticing, I think. But for me, it's an opportunity to really go within. That when I was in that situation of regular schedule, from the monastery to the office, to Shivananda Hall, to a program, to this, to that. Yes, you do it all because you love service. And that is what you've given your life to Gurudev to be able somehow to work through you and work through everybody. You have to surrender first. So it's a wonderful lesson time. At the same time, it is an opportunity. It's really, really, I get to serve a tremendous amount, but in a different way. So instead of being face-to-face with someone at a reasonable distance, we're having this wonderful time on Zoom. I never had an idea that we would ever be working and communicating with everyone through this media. the opportunities of this pandemic is great for sacrificing selfishness, and it's got to be this way. How long is this going to be? Why is this being? You realize that's all your negativity. It's all inside your own mind. And the restlessness that it brings to your life, if you focus on something like that, you may not think that it does very much. But during the pandemic, if you hold on to something like that, even for one day, that's all you think about, you're obsessed by that, you realize, who's causing this to happen? Me. And you see it so clearly that we're given the chance not to just see it, but to do something about it. And I feel it's a wonderful, wonderful time for all of us, because this is God's will right now. And if I'm not ready to accept it, to use it, and to work with it, I'm the loser. We're all Sangha. We're all living this life wherever we are. But we happen to be so blessed to have a spiritual teacher who gives us the groundwork and gives us the opportunities in all of our practices to discover who we really are. And who we really are just manifests through the body and the mind. So if we can keep those two aspects of creation, of our human life, look what opportunities we have. It's amazing that when you do the practices, you're able to see through some of the facades that difficulties present to you. And if you don't do the practices, your mind is not clear. Your perception of what's going on is not clear. And so you get hung up on this situation and that situation. So I would say, don't worry. Don't be anxious. Just do what you know is helping you. And in that way, you're going to realize that the teachings, the Guru is the God within us, manifesting as words, as teachings, as examples, as guidance. And that's why we give ourselves to doing that if we want to be of good service. So when you give, when you serve, you're the happiest being in the planet.
Mataji was among the first at the ashram to get vaccinated. She told me she did it to help protect the community. There is no vaccine for the latest environmental threat to Yogaville, a proposed open-pit gold mine nearby, which predictably would poison our land, air, and water. Mataji helped lead the fight that stopped the Atlantic Coast Pipeline project. She hopes that elected officials will resist greed and act to stop this new menace.
I just hope that people who have authority, that say that they are representing the people of the area, not representing their pockets or anybody else's pocket, but are representing the needs of the community. I hope they have the conscience to stand up and say, this is not helpful, it is not good, it is total destruction. So I'm not going to stand for it. Whether you elect me again or not, they have to have the courage to say, this is not for the common good. I feel that so deeply.
Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu.
Be good, do good. What else is there?